We're at a wonderful time in history where right now AI is empowering us as marketers, as entrepreneurs who believe in marketing, content entrepreneurs, to do a whole lot of things we're able to do with AI that we couldn't do before. But there's some mistakes being made. And I want to warn you about a big mistake. And also, I'm going to throw in a few extras just for you because, hey, we're going to have some fun with this today as we work with it. Hi, I'm Terry Brock, your guide here from Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, where we help you to achieve the freedom and liberty that you want, being able to do this with a live and let live lifestyle. Well, when you look at AI and what's going on right now, it's pretty amazing. I mean, a lot of good things happening with it, but there's some things you don't want to do. And many of those things you would think, gee, I just should do that anyway. But what I'm saying to you is don't do that at all. So one of the things you want to watch out for right off the bat is sitting back and letting the AI do it all for you. Thinking, okay, we're going to be able to just sit back and let the AI work with it. Not a good idea, because then what you're doing is you're opening yourself up to all kinds of dangers that the AI might not do. It's not always accurate. Hey, the AI is programmed based on what human beings have said. And I know this is going to be a shock, but sometimes those human beings, they make mistakes. Yep, they do. And when they do, well, then that becomes a real problem. And what you want to do is be able to avoid those mistakes. So you've got to do your double checking. You've got to do your due diligence when you're using AI. The power of it is amazing. You know, I often think of it, it's really much like the old typewriters, the IBM Selectric typewriters. Years ago, think back, years ago they came out. Now, I know this could be before you were born. That's okay. Think back, we can talk about George Washington and the principles that he learned. I wasn't alive when he was around, okay? You weren't either. But we can still learn from that. But the IBM Selectric typewriter came out, and some people said, we don't want that because we want to write everything down. We want to keep writing with pen and paper. That's what they were used to. But the IBM Selectric gave you the ability to type much faster, get more work done. Then when we came out with word processors, another leap forward. Now that we're using voice dictation, another leap forward. And so this is the way technology works. So the other mistake you don't want to make is sit back and go, hey, I'm not going to do anything. It's not good because these technologies are bad. You know, another misconception that we hear, people will say, hey, that technology, it's taking away jobs. Well, I'm going to have to agree. It is taking some jobs away. It's changing it, much like the IBM Selectric typewriters took away jobs from people that were doing other things, writing only by hand. Well, okay, but they had to adapt. Some of them needed to learn a skill called typing. We see the same things classically been told. Hey, years and years ago, farmers would till the land and they would use oxen or say mules. They would get out there and somebody might be real good. I've trained my mules to do well. Well, would we make an argument to replace our tractors that we have today with the old mules or oxen? I don't think so. Not really. The tractors can get much more done. It's easier on the human beings. Hey, it's easier on the animals too. And it's better all the way around. We get more production because of the technology. So this is the way things have been throughout history. We get technology that makes it easier for us, but it will put some people out of jobs. But what we want to do is constantly adapt. It's kind of like Charles Darwin talked to us about it long ago when Charles Darwin said that it's the people and the species who are able to adapt to change are the ones who survive. And by the way, it was not survival of the fittest. That's not what Charles Darwin said. That was actually Herbert Spencer. He was a British philosopher, late 1800s, and had a lot of good things to say, by the way. Really good ideas in many, many areas. Some other areas, I don't agree with him on that, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, you want to keep adapting, keep changing. Technology is there. And by the way, we have had a major breakthrough right now. This major breakthrough is called artificial intelligence, and what it's doing now as never before, particularly with ChatGPT. ChatGPT gives us the ability to have kind of like a conversation with the machine as the machine is trained and it learns what you're doing and what you're looking for. So you want to adapt to this, use the technology, but here's another mistake that people will make. They think the technology will do it all. No. I want you to think of yourself as a copy editor or a copy chief. You think of some of the houses and the places where they do a lot of really good copywriting. They come up with great content that is used for marketing. The copy chief is the one who looks at examples and samples from several different people. So they get several people coming in, and then as the copy chief, she will look at it and say, hey, this one's good. Let's change that a little bit. Oh, that's a great idea there, Bill. We like that. Put that in there. Oh, there's a better way to say that. Let's tweak that word a little bit. That's what you want to do with AI. When ChatGPT, or maybe you're using Google's Bard, that's another option that's available. When they give you a suggestion or they give you something, don't accept that only and immediately. Instead, look at other options and look at it how you might be able to adjust it. That's how I'm doing my video right now. Matter of fact, what I'm doing is with my videos and with the content that I'm sending out, the emails, I like to start with ChatGPT, give it some ideas, and then go from there. Build in my own ideas with my own experiences. Because you see, here's the thing. ChatGPT does not know your experience. You know that story that you can tell people about what happened to you 3 years ago when you were at that place and this happened? Well, you know that. And this is what we as human beings want. We crave stories. So you can use ChatGPT as the starting place for you. Look at that as a tool that gives you the ideas, and it helps to smash writer's block. Writer's block is a thing of the past now. Because if you got a couple ideas, you want to write about this topic or that, now with ChatGPT, that is crushing the writer's block, and I'm glad to see it. So we're using the technology, and let it be subject to us as human beings. And hey, I want to share with you another concept that I saw in an article. I was doing some research on this here, and this is from CMO Network, Smart Marketing, How Corporate Marketers Deploy AI, written by Christine Mormon. And also notice this was February 4th, 2020, several years ago now when she wrote it, but the principles that she said is still correct today. Take a look at what she said here. This is where she said something I thought a little farther down the document. Organizing to maximize the impact of AI in marketing. And I like the way she said, here, let me make this a little bit bigger for you there. AI should be driven by strategy. Companies often lack a clear strategy for AI technologies. Adoption should not be driven by fear of missing out, that old FOMO thing, but by clear company objectives. She's so right there. That specify what outcomes, key word, AI will help the company achieve and what data it will offer to support marketing decisions. That's the key. You want to look at how you can use all of that in a way that's going to be very helpful for your overall objectives and what you want to do in the company. If we step back and let AI drive it, we can't do that. Hey, I got to plead guilty on a few things similar to that. I kind of look at the technology, let that be everything. And I found when I do that, I'm wrong. Start with the strategy, the business end in mind. What is it you want to accomplish? And then from there, we'll come back and we'll see other options that are available for you. Now, she mentioned another thing here on this. I want to come down here. Let me slide down a little bit here where she said, smart AI requires smart marketers. And I like this quote that she had here. When working with AI-enabled campaigns or marketing automation tools, there's a temptation to set it and forget it. Oh, we want to do that. This strategy only works when marketing is not expected to exhibit diminishing marginal returns or when competitors are not expected to respond, both unlikely. Instead, human monitoring of these tools over time will bolster their effectiveness by identifying new opportunities and addressing issues as they arrive. And that's the key. You want to address those issues as they arrive, and that's what we're doing at Stark Raving events that we do. Matter of fact, we'd love to have you come over and visit us at starkravingevent.com. Register for it there. We meet every Wednesday at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. So 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time on Wednesdays. Come on over. We'd love to see you, have you there. We're going to talk about that, and we'll be talking about AI and many other areas that directly relate to what you're doing as a stark raving entrepreneur. That's what we like to call ourselves. We being Gina Carr, my partner, and we talk about these things with our groups. That is a wonderful community. We'd love to have you be part of that. So get ready to embrace AI as never before. It's got some great opportunities for you. You're going to be able to use it. But like any new technology that changes a lot, we have to be able to adapt. We have to be able to adjust and to change. And that's what we talk about at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. Come over and see that as well. StarkRavingEntrepreneurs.com. We're here to help you, to give you the advantage you need by deploying this new technology and making it work for you. Oh, and before you leave, be sure and join us for another video that I've got here for you. This one is going to help you in the field of AI as well. So really get into that. I'm Terry Brock, and we really appreciate you coming by to see us. And please pass this on to others. We'd love it if you'd subscribe to this and give us a thumbs up, because then that tells tells those algorithms, those wacky algorithms, that, hey, people are here that like the idea of being a stark raving entrepreneur, believing in the live and let live philosophy. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I'll look forward to hearing from you.